Bada bing, bada boom. Social Inform Media.
This story is brought to us from 13abc.com. And if you go to the link in the description box, there is a video to this story. There is body camera footage. Warning, it is graphic. The reason I'm not giving you any here is because it's from ABC. And guaranteed, anytime, every time I do a video clip from ABC or Tribune Media News, I get a copyright claim every time. Boom, guaranteed. Every time I've done it. I think it's called ABC News Central or whatever it's called. But ABC gets me every time. So there is the video, though. It's in the news story. Now, Knoxville, Tennessee, the police department there, released footage of several officers' interaction with Lisa Edwards, a 60-year-old woman who died in custody. This is going to be tragic. Listen. Police officials said that the 4 officers involved are still on administrative leave as an internal investigation is ongoing. That investigation will determine whether the officers violated policy, according to communications manager Scott Erland. What do you mean determine whether they violated policy? There's video of it. I've seen the video. It's gross. Edwards was taken into custody for refusing to leave Fort Sanders Regional Medical Center. She had come to the medical center the day before complaining of abdominal pain and diagnosed with constipation at Blount Memorial Hospital. Now, after spending the night at the medical center, she was discharged and she didn't want to leave because she was sick, as you're going to find out. After she refused to leave the hospital, they called the police to have her evicted from the hospital. Of all places, right? The responding officer decided to take her into custody after speaking with her. And he, along with several other officers, tried to put her into a police wagon, but decided it was too high off the ground because she was in a wheelchair and they couldn't get her into the police wagon, paddy wagon. So they called a patrol car, which they loaded Edwards into. And on the way to the detention center, the officer in the patrol car responded to a reckless driver. While he was stopped, he noticed Edwards. So he pulls over while he's got her in the back of the car. Now, he noticed that she had become unresponsive and an ambulance took her back to Fort Sanders. And she was placed on life support before she died. Now, let's jump to the video. I'm going to just skip through this story, but you can read it below, the whole thing. In the video, you see an officer. Well, let's jump down here. You can just go watch it if you want, but I'm going to go through some of it real quick here, real quick. At one point, the officers heard telling Edwards, "Now you're starting to piss me off." And he called her dead weight. Well, she is now, because she's dead. But there's also a part where Edwards, he looks in her purse to look for an inhaler, and he pulls out a pack of cigarettes and says, "You want a cigarette?" There's a thing where officers say she's acting. One officer says it's all an act. We all know that. Shh. But unfortunately, if she goes over and can't breathe, another officer says that act is going to turn into a problem. She says, "I'm going to die. I'm going to have a stroke." She knows something's wrong in her body. It's not an act. Now, one officer who has the paddy wagon says she's saying she can't breathe. If she falls over either way and she can't breathe, if she dies, that's on me. I'm not willing to take that risk. He's like, I'm not taking her. If she dies, that's not on me. That's on you guys. That's kind of what he's implying. Well, it goes down from there. You can keep on reading. Oh, she says, "I can't breathe. They're going to kill me," and asking to sit up. Eventually they sit her up, But Edwards, she sit up, and then other officers are heard laughing. They're like, ha ha ha, ha yeah, this chick. And then she dies in the hospital. We're supposed to feel safe around the police. It's all an act. I'm dying. Yeah, right. Come on. I've seen this act before. A lot of cops have seen it before. And you know what? They're still cops.